Namaste yogis. Let us see what unfolds on this mat today. The first pose that I'm doing with you today is Adho Mukha Virasana with the hands on blocks. So you can get your blocks ready. And I'm going to demonstrate now. Before I do this pose, there is the variation for people with sore knees, where I think those of you that have got sore knees you know, otherwise contact me, where you sit on the chair and you extend your hands towards the wall. Okay, so my big toes are together, my knees are wide but not too wide. When I move through, it must leave enough space for the extension of the sides of the body, and I'm keeping the buttocks to the heels and extending my hands forwards. Okay, so we're stretching, and the whole idea today is extension, and it seems to me we have company today, Pablo. Okay, so get your position. If you know that you need support under your ankles, you put a rolled blanket, or if you know you need support behind your knees, you put a strap or a blanket. Sit upright. Extend from the hips into the armpits. From the armpits, you extend into your elbows. From the elbows to the wrist to the fingertips. So systematically extending. Ears in line with upper arms, full extension here. And now as you extend here, I will refer continuously also as you go forward. You must still pull from the outer elbow to the outer armpit back, so that you secure the arm into the shoulder socket. Okay, so it's an extension forward into the fingertips, but there's a slight pulling back in the upper arms. Spread the abdomen. See if you can walk your hands further forward, but still have that out pulling action, back pulling action from the elbows. And buttocks back, fingers forwards. Front body extending forwards, back body extending back to the buttocks. Get your breath here. Can you move a little bit further? Then inhale, come up, walk your blocks closer, and you come up to a seated position. Now for Swastikasana, cross-legged position, you're going to sit on the support that you normally know you need. So the rule is that you don't want your knees poking up to the ceiling. There shouldn't be tension in the groins. Have your blocks close by and sit upright. Let me show you where you're going here. You're going to do Urdhva Badan Bulyasana, and then we're going to release into a twist. And then we're going to come forwards and extend. Okay. Be even on your two buttock bones. Already you had a little bit of a stretch, so you lift from the hips into the armpits, roll the shoulders back. Feel the shoulder blades moving onto the back ribs and sliding down to the buttocks, and spread your abdomen. Bring it into the spine and lift it up. Okay, so now hands in front of you. As I extend into my fingertips, you interlock your fingers well. Thumbs and little fingers, everything interlocked. Turn the palms. Now first of all, just make a note of which little finger is at the bottom. Turn and extend into the joints of the fingers. Exhale with the inhalation. You lift the arms up. Now push the joints of the fingers to the ceiling. So you want to dome shape that joint area. And make sure that your index finger and thumb roll to the ceiling also, because they tend to dip down. Keep on lifting, keep on lifting. Keep on stretching, but from the outer elbow to the outer armpit, you pull down. The rest is going up. Even breath, stretch, extend. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your left hand to your right knee, right fingertips behind you. Lift the spine and gently turn around the axis of the spine. Inhale up with the spine, exhale, twist. Just allowing this body that you're already stretching to turn. Inhale, come back to center, take the hands up. Put your hands on your blocks and just lead with your breastbone, with your sternum bone, and extend the sides of the body forwards. front of the body forwards. Take a few deeper breaths, bring the ears in line with the upper arms and keep on stretching. No rounding of the back, leading with the chest. Then inhale, bring the blocks in. Change the cross of your legs or the interlock of your legs. And now you interlock your fingers with the other little finger at the bottom. Turn your palms deep interlock, thumbs are touching too. Inhale up. Keep on extending. You know about outer elbows to outer armpits. Thumbs and index finger joints more and more up to the ceiling. Arms can maybe go a little bit further back now, front ribs into the body. Inhale as you exhale, twisting to the left side. Remember the palm is to the knee. Lift and turn. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Arms up. Find your blocks, move them forward, forward, forward. Extend from hip tops to fingertips. And then bring the blocks in. And we're going to take the blocks away. And the next pose that you're doing now is Ardha Uttanasana at the wall. We've done it many times before and this pose just stays magic to me. It's the pose where you can really work much deeper than it looks. You've got your hands, you start close to the wall, hands are on the wall, you walk back. Eventually your feet are underneath your hips, slightly pigeon-toed because your inner legs wants to move back. You bring your hands in line with your shoulders, in line with your hips. Abdomen to the spine, and then you start working. You push into the wall and you pull into the shoulders with the outer arm. So get your position. I'm not going to tell you whether you are a tabletop. Feel it in your body. Does it feel well set up? Is the heels directly in line with the buttocks and the hands in line with each other? The crown of the head is moving to the wall in front of you. It's not dropping. It's not lifting up. There's one straight line there. Then you've got to bring the abdomen to the spine, front ribs into the spine, and you are now going to activate your legs first. So the legs are firm, you're lifting the kneecaps, the inner groins are moving back, and the legs are solid. And then the extension of the sides of the body from the hip tops to the armpits to the fingertips, or well to the wrists. Feel that action. Push into the wall. As you push into the wall, you get the feeling of moving away from the wall. Get that action. Get your breath here. Can you work a little bit more here? Can you really activate the body? To come out of this pose, you step towards the wall, come up quietly, and turn to watch me. So now you're going to do Utkatasana, so just observe first. Okay, so Parshva Utkatasana, so we get that long spine and then that twisting action. Feet together for Utkatasana. Inhale, take the hands up into Urdhva-hastasana. Exhale, bring the inner legs together as you sit in an imaginary chair in Utkatasana. Take the abdomen in and up. Extend into the crown of the head. Be on the four corners of the feet. Inhale. As you exhale, turn to the right side and put the left palm and right palm on top of each other. Press and extend from your tailbone into the crown of the head and then start turning. So first extension on the inhalation and on the exhalation, the turning action. And you turn more, take the top shoulder more up. Then inhale, hands on the hips and come up. Get your breath. We're going to do the same pose and then you're going to turn towards the left side. Feet firm, inhalation, exhalation. Inhale as you exhale, over towards the left side. Abdomen, navel moving, but first of all, can you think of extending from the tailbone into the crown of the head, and then turning more. Exhale, inhale, up you come. And just relax for a moment so that you can see the next action where we're going now. So I'm going to show you now, we're going to do Trikonasana. And let me show you the action here. There's going to be 3 steps. You're going to extend over the backrest, getting the length in the body. I actually like to turn my palm forwards here, stretch. Then you bring the hand to the seat of the chair, you extend. And then last stage is either the hand on the rung of the chair or on your leg, and you extend from tailbone into the crown of the head and turn the chest to the ceiling. Okay, so you put your chair on your right hand side. Stand in the middle of the mat and then part your feet. Turn your right leg out and the left toes in. Heel inner arch alignment here, and be in the middle with your chair. Okay, facing the middle of the seat. Now take that right arm up, but keep the right arm up for a moment. I want you to feel that you are anchoring the 4 corners of the right foot well. You're pulling the kneecap up, you're pulling the leg into its own hip, you're stretching to the armpit, and as you go into the pose, you extend into your fingertips. Turn your palm forwards to face me. And now make sure that the back foot is well anchored, outer edge. Your legs are working well and you are rotating around the axis of the spine. Get the chair in that correct position that you can slide the arm and you can just elongate as if somebody wants to reach your hand there on the seat and just pull you, but you're resisting with your back foot. Then hands to the seat of the chair, push it away, lengthen further, crawl those fingers forwards. Can you lengthen more? Feel the action of the legs. And then from there, hand on the rung or on the leg, rotate, bring the right buttock forward and stretch into your fingertips. Become light here. Find that wonderful space that you've just created. Inhale, up you come, feet to the front, and step your feet together. Chair on the left hand side. From the middle of the mat, you step your feet apart, left leg out, right toes in, alignment perfect also with the chair, and my left knee is facing the chair, my right knee is facing the screen. Okay, inhale, stretch, anchor the feet so that you can feel that extension. Exhale. With your breath, you gradually go, but there's no folding forwards of the torso. There's the left buttock bone that goes forwards, the groin opens up and the torso revolves. And you extending more. And to the seat. More openness in the body. And further down, rotation, openness, stretch. Inhale, up you come, feet to the front, stepping or jumping your feet together. So your body is opening up. We are finding little corners in the body that might have been a little bit dusty and we're opening it up. Cobwebs. Okay, so now we put the chair to the end of the mat and we're going to do Parshvottanasana with the same sequencing. Just observe for a moment. Hips level. Stretching. Extending. And gradually reaching. But we are not going into the full pose. I don't want you to lose the space today that you have created. And step forward. So we're really just keeping that space. So make sure you've got enough space to move your chair. And you stand facing your chair with the hands on the hips. Take the right toes out ever so slightly and step the left foot forward. Now, level your hips. You've got to consciously think of taking the inner groin of your right foot back. The inner leg moves back because that helps you to bring the right hip forward, left hip back. Both feet are firmly planted on the floor, so I don't feel that I'm leaning into the front foot or leaning into the back foot. There's even pressure, kneecaps lifted. Inhalation. Exhalation, extension, extension. Somebody wants to grab my hands and reach and reach and reach. Elongate, 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 elongate. Ears in line with upper arms. Right hip forward, abdomen rolling towards the left rib cage. And then hands on the seat of the chair. Push your chair away, ears in line with upper arms. Full extension here. Then reaching for the bar of the chair or the legs of the chair, depending on what chair you have. Get the balance in the pelvic area. Then hands on the seat of the chair, bend your left leg, step forwards, and up you come. Okay, so now other side. You're going to take the left toes out slightly. Right foot forwards, and you might want to take the right foot a little bit to the right. Remember, the inner left leg moves back to the space behind you. Feet firmly balanced, kneecaps lifted, tailbone in, exhale, reach. There's no rush. Size of the body evenly extending, reaching, reaching, reaching. Hands on the seat of the chair, full extension. Hands to the bar or the legs, pull the chair a bit in if you need to. Ears in line with upper arms. Think of your left hip forward, right hip back. Inhale, hands to the seat of the chair, bend the leg and step forwards. Okay, so now the last pose that we do here, I always think of Trikonasana plus Parsvottanasana creates a beautiful Paravrita Trikonasana. It's a beautiful evolution. And you've done the extension and the opening of the body so that you're ready for that twisting action. So let me show. You're going to do exactly as we just did. But now my right foot is forward and my left arm is going to lift. I'm reaching for the back rest and I'm already starting to twist to look towards the right side. And this hand helps the hip to go back so that I can elongate the side of the body. Extension, still elongation side of the body. Hand to the bar or the inside of the leg. Rotate. I want the hand on the inside today so that we can feel from the tailbone to the crown of the head I'm extending and around the axis of the spine I'm revolving. And then from there, stepping forwards. Okay, so your turn. We take the right foot out slightly, step your left toe forwards. Left foot forward, get the balance. Right arm up. So you're going to pull that chair in because you're going to reach for the middle of the backrest. As I reach forwards, I already start revolving my abdomen and my chest to the left side. Hook your hand on that left hip. Pull it slightly back to open it up. Then reach, reach, reach and start revolving. Put the hand on the seat of the chair. Revolve even more from the tailbone into the crown of the head. And then put the hand lower down, even on the floor if you can, and you start revolving more. You can take the top hand up now. And back to the seat of the chair and step your foot together. So now you take your left foot back. Your right leg is forwards. Stand upright. Tailbone in. Inhale, left hand up. Extend, pull the chair in if you need to. And already you start revolving to the right side and the right hip opens to the back. And to the seat of the chair. Further extension, feet firm. Press on the ball mount of your front foot. Get that stability. And then take the hand lower and rotate. Up to the ceiling with the right hand. Inner left leg going back. Stretch and reach. And extend into the crown of the head even more. And come forwards. Step your 2 feet together. And come up to standing. Now to release just for a moment, what you're going to do is feet will be hip width apart. And just watch what I do. I hold my elbows with my hands. I reach halfway. Then I bring the head forwards and actually the elbows forwards, the head down. And then I use these hands to pull on the elbows to lengthen the sides of the body. Okay. Feet hip width apart. Take your hands in front of you and now hold your elbows. Inhale up, lift, go halfway, extend into your elbows now, bring your head through to go with crown of the head to the floor, and then you use your hands to pull on the elbows to elongate the sides of the body. It's a real action. It's not just holding the elbows. You are gripping the elbows. You're pulling down, and with gravity and that pull, you create a wonderful extension in the sides of the body. Feel that. And just breathe there for a moment. Feel how with the inhalation into the rib cage and the chest, everything lifts. And then with the exhalation, how the abdomen can spread to the spine, and enjoy that space that you're creating. Now from there, just change the grip of your elbows and reset and just pull again. Make sure that you're not leaning into your buttocks. Feel the breath. And then put the hands on the hips, release the elbows and come up with strong legs. And just watch. So now you're going to do Prasarita Parvattanasana and observe how I'm doing my pose. I'm extending the arms over the back rest. And from here, I'm rotating around the axis of the spine. Okay. So your turn with me. Stand in the middle of the mat. Your chair is in front of you. Wonderful chairs. And I've got my hands on my hips with my thumbs moving into those little sacroiliac dimples of my back to open my chest. Step or jump your feet wide. Toes are pointing forwards. You're lifting from the inner ankles to the inner knees to the inner groins. And your inner groins are going back. Do a little back bend action here. And then inhale, stretch those arms up. Feel the four corners of the feet. Don't grip with the toes. Extend your toes. Reach forwards. Now, once again, you are reaching, you are elongating, and you are having your buttocks completely still in alignment with the heels, but you're reaching with the front body and with the torso. Then from there, keep the right hand in the middle of your chair backrest there, and take your left hand and hold your right thigh, and start turning around the axis of the spine. And just think of the crown of the head moving forwards towards that hand on the backrest. So you're looking underneath the arm and just turning. Freedom. We want to create freedom and have no effort. And turn to face your chair. Get your breath, extend again. This time you are keeping your left hand on the chair seat, and your right hand is going to grab that leg and you turn. So the other side. Turn around the axis of the spine. Lengthen into the crown of the head, and inhale, come up. And zigzag your feet closer to each other, and then step them together, and for a moment stand in Tadasana. Just take your chair and let's just get a moment of a little bit more peaceful extension. So feet hip apart, hands to the seat, ears in line with upper arms. Stretch from the back of your calves into the top of your buttocks. Take your inner legs back. Suck your outer ankles in and lift your inner ankles up. Abdomen to the spine. Feel how the sides of the body elongate. And still feel at that moment of retracting the outer elbows to the outer armpits. And then slightly step forwards, and time for you to watch. So those of you that want to go onto your headstand, this is the variation that you're going to do today. So let me show. And I'm going to show it from the front so that you see me from the front. So we're going to, first of all, just come up into your pose. And your body has been so beautifully elongated, it should feel very light. From here, you bend your knees and you bring your buttocks to your heels. And then you go into Parshva. So I'm turning my navel and my legs as a unit, and I turn. And from here, I extend my legs. So you've got to get your balance and stretch into your heels, and maybe you can turn a little bit more and lift into your heels, and then you go over and you do the other side. So Parshva Shirshasana in Virasana, and then without Virasana. So if you're doing that, you pause the video and you continue with that. Now, once you've finished with your headstand, let's just all go from all fours. Place the hands slightly ahead of the shoulders, tuck the toes under. No yoga class is a complete yoga class without a beautiful Adho Mukha Svanasana. So just imagine that I'm holding your hips from the back and we're extending. So go into your pose. Feel the sides of the body extending, but still open the outer armpits down towards the mat. Open them up. Outer armpits to inner armpits. Abdomen to the spine, inner legs back. Feel, can you press your hands more into the mat to get that full extension of the sides of the body? And stay for a moment. Become quiet there. Make sure that the buttocks are lifting to the ceiling. Abdomen to the spine, front ribs in. And then, like we started, big toes together, knees wide, and stretch. Then inhale, come up. Too much talking. Get a foam. And we're going to do Marichyasana together. Now, if you do a twist and you're sitting on support, you need the same support behind you for your hands. So, observe. And then you sit in Dandasana. And let's do together. So you're sitting in Dandasana, you're lifting the spine, lift into the crown of the head, open behind the knees, stretch into your heels, bend your right leg. And bring that foot close to the buttock. Take your left leg slightly to the left to get the alignment of the leg and sit upright. Now inhale, I take my right arm behind me on that support, close to the body. Sit upright, and then I hook my left elbow over. So I get a lot of height here, and I turn my abdomen as I do so, and I hook the upper arm to the outside of the knee and the outside of the thigh. So sit upright, lift the spine and revolve around the axis. Inhale up, exhale turn. Now keep on extending your left leg and your head is extended to the ceiling and it turns with the rest of the body. You're not forcing the neck. Make sure that the shoulder is moving away from the ear. And find the four corners of your right foot. That will lift your spine if you stand on that. And keep the spine lifted. Come back to the center. Undo and change. Sit upright. Bring that left arm behind you. Lift the right arm up and hook it. On the outside of that left leg. Right leg very active. Inhale up with the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Keep on extending. Keep on lifting. Keep on breathing. Lift the spine. Come back to center. And release. Now the last pose that you're going to do today, I'm going to show you. And let me quickly switch a light on here. It's getting very dark. So you are going to go from here into Shavasana. So I'll just set you up so that you can do the rest by yourself. My legs are in Supta Baddha Konasana over the bolster. You're going to be here for 5 breaths. And then you just relax. You might want to push your bolster a little bit forward and you're going to be here as long as you need. So get your bolster or your stack of blankets or pillows. When you lie back, feet in Baddha Konasana and then in Shavasana. Don't shortcut here. Give yourself time. And it was lovely to explore with you together today and to find all this different new spots in the body. And namaste. Enjoy your Shavasana.